Welcome to the Idiot Box. This is Glass Onion. The movie takes place with four friends: Governor Claire, scientist Lionel, fashion designer Bertie, and Twitch steamer Duke, who all receive a puzzle box from their tech billionaire friend Miles Bron. After solving the puzzles, the box opens up to invite them to a murder mystery game at his mansion on his private island in Greece. All the while, another woman receives the same puzzle box. Famous detective Benoit Blanc, who is bored out of his mind in the lockdown, also receives an invitation. In Greece, everyone joins up and are taken up to the island in a boat. The woman also joins, but the friends are not happy to see her. On their way, Blanc is told that the woman is Andy Bran, co-founder of Bron's company Alpha, but she was cut out from the company. Bron welcomes everybody and shows them his mansion, the Glass Onion, which is named after the bar where Bron got the idea of starting Alpha. He takes Blanc to talk privately and tells him that he didn't invite him, but lets him stay, assuming that another guest invited him. At the swimming pool, Duke says that he always keeps his gun with him. Later, Bron reminisces about their time when they were nobodies and calls the group disruptors, people who disrupt the system. But a pissed-off Andy reveals that the group also has one thing in common: all of their careers are in good shape only because Bron helped them in some way or other. Blanc overhears Peg confront Bron over a PR statement he wants Bertie to release, and also sees Duke watch his girlfriend Whiskey in bed with Bron. Before dinner, Bron shows off the Mona Lisa, which he has loaned from the Louvre and is kept in a protective glass case which activates at the slightest disturbance, and shows them the only button to override it. Bron states his desire that he wants to be responsible with something that gets mentioned with the same breath as the Mona Lisa. He reveals his latest product, Clear, a hydrogen-powered alternative fuel that Alpha will launch in a week, despite Lionel's and Claire's safety concerns. At dinner, Blanc solves Bron's pretend murder mystery immediately. Blanc privately warns Bron that he is goading one of his guests to kill him, and Andy's presence causes tension with the others and she steps away. When Bron and Blanc joins the party, Duke collapses and dies. Bron notices that Duke mistakenly drank from his glass, revealing that the original target was Bron and the panicking group suspects Andy. They discover that Duke's gun is missing. The power goes out and everyone splits up in the chaos. Blanc finds Andy, but she is shot by an unknown assailant. He gathers the rest of the group and tells them that he has solved the murder of Andy. Hey, it's flashback time! Blanc is hired by Helen Bran, Andy's twin sister, to solve her death, who supposedly died by suicide, but Helen believes it to be murder. Helen reveals that prior to her death, Andy came across something that would bring Bron's whole empire down. Blanc tells Helen to pose as Andy and come to the Glass Onion along with him. Helen transforms into Andy and tells the story of Alpha. She reveals that 10 years ago, when the group was just a bunch of nobodies, Andy introduced Bron to the rest. But slowly Bron helped kickstart their careers, and ultimately Andy came up with the plan for Alpha and wrote it on a paper napkin. During Alpha's success, Bron came across the idea of Clear, but Andy halted the development of Clear due to safety concerns, and so Bron had her removed as the CEO. This maneuver was supported by their friends perjuring themselves by testifying that he had single-handedly sketched out the plan for Alpha years ago on the napkin. However, Andy rediscovered the original napkin where she had written out the idea and emailed a photo of the evidence to the group. Helen cannot find the napkin and suspects that someone in the group killed Andy and took the napkin to gain favor with Bron. Helen helps Blanc discover motives for each member of the group to protect Bron from Andy. Lionel and Claire have already staked their reputations on Clear. Bron is financially rescuing Bertie from the fallout of employing child labor, and Duke is using whiskey to seduce Bron in exchange for a role at Alpha News. Helen also discovers that all four other guests visited Andy's home on the day of her death. Helen disrupts the party so she can search the guest rooms for Andy's napkin. When she is shot, Andy's journal in her jacket pocket stops the bullet, but Blanc feigns her death, creating an opportunity for her to search Bron's office. Blanc reveals that Bron was responsible for both murders. Bron killed Andy after learning she had the napkin, but Duke saw Bron's car leaving her house. When news of Andy's death was finally released online during the party, Duke realized that Bron was responsible and attempted to blackmail him in order to get on Alpha News. This prompted Bron to poison him, exploiting Duke's allergy to pineapple, and to snatch his pistol, with which he shot Helen. Helen locates Andy's original napkin in Bron's office and reveals herself to the group. However, Bron burns the napkin, eliminating the evidence against him. Helen implores Blanc to take action, but he admits there is nothing left he can do, discreetly passing a piece of clear to her before leaving. In cathartic anger, Helen destroys Bron's glass sculptures with Bron's friends joining in. Helen lights a bonfire and throws clear into it, causing an explosion that destroys the glass onion. She then presses the button that shuts off the security system, which causes the Mona Lisa to catch fire. Before leaving, Helen tells Bron accomplished what he wanted, having his name mentioned in the same breath as the Mona Lisa. Although I don't think this is what he had in mind. Realizing the painting's destruction will reveal that Clear is dangerous, ruining Bron, the group decides to testify against him for his crimes. At the beach, Helen and Blanc watch as the police boats arrive. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more.